Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a tutorial. You know, I was gonna call it a quick toot. I might still call it a quick toot. Who knows, but just so you know, it's not a quick toot at all. I actually did my whole face except for foundation. Anyway, I'm gonna be doing this eyeshadow tutorial, bronzy coppery with a emerald green winged liner. I'm gonna be using the Melt Cosmetics Rust Stack. I was so excited about this product coming out because it's just warm browns. Like, that's my dream come true in an eyeshadow palette, even though it's like there's so many out there. They're just my favorite to get always. So I'm really excited about this palette. I'm using most of the shades in here, but I actually didn't use all of them because there are 5 shades in here. I think in their other stacks there's only 4, but in here there are 5, and just look at how yummy. That's a yummy palette. Like it's just a really gorgeous eyeshadow palette. I'm obsessed with it. So I'm using all of the colors, actually, except for this really light one. This is something I would normally gravitate towards on the lid, but I tried to stay away from it this time. I tried to not do what I always do. Anyway, so today's tutorial is gonna be on this, and I'm also gonna be using all the products from this month's Ipsy Glam Bag. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I'm gonna start with my eyeshadow primer. This is Benefit Air Patrol. Now I'm gonna set my eye with an eyeshadow. This one's just a skin tone eyeshadow. And I'm using a Sedona Lace Synthetic Blender Brush, the EB13. You can use this brush for eyeshadow or concealer, but I'm just using it for a light layer of shadow. Now I'm taking this shade from the Melt Stack. This is Rubbish. Love this color. It reminds me kind of like an Interrupted from MAC, but it's a little bit different. I want to say it's more orangey, but it's like a really, like a, you know, a Dijonnaise type medium brown. Poupon. Love this color. And I'm going to apply it using a Smith 230 brush. And I'm going to apply it to the crease and then kind of V it out a little bit and into the lower crease area. Next, I'm gonna grab Rust from the stack, and Melt just knows the warm tones. This Rust stack is everything. I really love this eyeshadow color, and I'm gonna apply this across the lid, kind of in a straight line, like right here. I didn't go in the crease up high like I normally do. I just kind of took it straight across, and I'm using a Smith 247 brush. So I'm adding this a little bit into the crease, but mainly right below it. All right, now I am gonna sneak into the Dark Matter stack just a little bit. This is the shade Blur, and ever since I found out what it was for, I've been using it all the time. I was like, it's so similar to my skin tone, what's the point? But that is the point. It helps you blend out eyeshadows. So I'm gonna use this and kind of blend it on that inner corner. Especially with this eye, it's a little bit heavier on the eyelid, so it does something a little funky right in that area. So I just like to use a little bit of the Blur and kind of buff it right here, just to make it look a little bit more seamless without using any more of the brownish eyeshadow. Now for the lid color, I'm gonna add a little bit of eyeshadow base, the MAC Prep and Prime 24-Hour Extend Eye Base, just to make sure that the lid color is really intense. It's not really, really bright or anything, but that's why I want it to make sure like it's really intensely colored. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of this onto the lid. And then I'm going to add the shade Antique onto the lid. I love this color. It kind of reminds me of like cantaloupe. It's a little cantaloupe-y. It's pretty though, right? And I'm gonna pack this all over the lid, and I'm using an e.l.f. concealer brush. Oh, I'm gonna be switching brushes to a Luxie 213. I think the other one is playing me a little bit. All right, and now for eyeliner, we're doing a wing. Not like a really long wing, a shorter wing today, but it's actually like a really deep emerald green color, very jewel toned, rich green. And this is ML Cosmetics Felt Tip Liner in the shade Emerald Isle. So this is a felt tip liner, which has a super fine tip on it, which is helpful for doing a wing. And I know flexible tips help to provide control. Sometimes felt tips can work well for me. Sometimes it's a lot harder for me. It just depends on how my eye's feeling that day. Usually it's harder on my right eye. Now I'm just gonna clean up this line a little bit. Honestly, this is like the most struggle eyeliner I think I've ever done. Felt tips are like really, really hard for me to use, but I do really, really like the color of it. It's a very deep green. All right, now to do a little correcting, fixing my eyeliner, I'm gonna use this makeup remover. This is from Aven, and I'm gonna be using it with a little flat brush and just fixing up the wing a little bit to make it look a little less messy. Curls the lashes. All right, and then I'm gonna put on my mascara. Today I'm using the Tarte mascara. Mascara. I just took my concealer brush right there. I'm gonna fix that in a second. Anyway, I'm gonna be adding my lashes on today, and I'm gonna be using a new style of lashes that I've never used before. These are Koko Lashes in the style Queen Bee.
You're lying.
I'm lying. And I'm using the House of Lashes lash glue. This is the black one. I actually really like the little ones. I ordered them as backup for my big one, my clear one, and my clear one was like got really old and goopy, so I started using this, and the small ones are great because, you know, when they're out, it's like you don't feel like you're wasting it. All right, before I finish up my eyes, I'm gonna set my under eye on the right side. I already set the left side a while ago. I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I've been obsessed with this. It's definitely heavy duty, but it holds up really, really well. This is the shade Light Medium, and you don't need a ton as I pile it on, right? No. I like to dab it on instead of wiping it, just because I have like so many other things layered underneath it.
Should I close the window?
It's too late now, John. We're in too deep with the birds. The birds are just part of this video, okay? Oh my god, where's my under eye brush? I'm gonna use this one today. This is a MAC 116.
116!
116! Yeah, don't let it crease on you. No.
Don't let it crease on you!
No. We are set. We're not going anywhere now, kids. And in case you guys were wondering, the foundation that I'm wearing today is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in the shade 220 Go-To Foundation. And the primer that I'm wearing is the Too Faced Hangover RX Replenishing Face Primer. This one is infused with coconut water, so it really helps to hydrate your skin. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of highlighting, and I'm gonna use this stick from Trustique. This is their mini highlighting stick, and the shade is Maldives Luminescent. This is also infused with coconut oil, which helps with hydration. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of this onto my finger and then dab it onto the cheekbones. And I'm gonna set the cream highlight with a little bit of powder highlight. And today I'm gonna be using the Jaclyn Hill ooh, it's so glowy. The Jaclyn Hill Becca Face Palette. And I'm gonna use Champaign Pop and add that onto my cheekbones. All right, let's finish this eye. So I'm gonna come in with the Rubbish color and a Luxie 231 brush and dust that onto the lower lash line. And then with my Morphe E36, I'm gonna add Rust on top of that. And then in the waterline, I wanted to add like a nice bronzy waterline color. So I'm using ColourPop. This is the shade Show Me, Show Me. And then I'm gonna take Rott. I love this brown with a Luxie 221 brush, a nice flat one, and I'm gonna smudge that into the lower lash line. And then I wanted to add an inner corner highlight, but I didn't want to do like my regular color, so I'm using this pop of like bronzy intense gold. This is actually from the Dose of Colors Hidden Treasures palette. I've been using this shade a lot lately. This is Coin. These shadows in here are insane. Look at that. Just want to eat it. So I'm going to add that to the inner corner using a pencil brush. And then I'm going to add some mascara to the lower lashes. This is the Too Faced Waterproof Better Than Sex. All right, now we're going to do a little bronzy bronze, and I'm going to use the Girlactik Cabo Bronzer with a MAC 135 brush. Let's hit it with a little contour one time. And then for blush, I'm gonna go back into the Jaclyn Hill palette. I really like this blush in the middle, Amaretto, totally up my alley. It's like a bronzy, delicious bronzy bronze blush. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of nose contour using my Luxie 182. This is the JD Wadey 180 brush. All right, and then I'm gonna brighten up my under eyes even more because why not? Why not? I'm gonna be using the Manna Kadar Step 2 powder. This is the shade C2. This is really, really bright. And that same brush I used to set under my eyes, and I'm just gonna really lightly apply it. I like to only do this if I have like heavy eyes. Otherwise, I feel like it's a little bit too much. And now I'm gonna add some lip liner. This is MAC Strip Down. And I'm gonna try this Ofra liquid lipstick. How do you say this, John?
Sapalo.
Thank you. One of their liquid lipsticks.
Sapalo.
Kind of just want to dab it on. But I do want to add a little bit of gloss on top of it. This is from BareMinerals in the color Fly. It's nude and it has little like gold specks in it. All right, so the other two items that I got in my bag this month, the first one is, it's called Not Soap Radio, and it is a joy-inducing hand and body lotion. And I said, what? So it's got like lemony, oh boy. So this is a formula that's supposed to boost your mood. It has lemon essential oils in it, and actually it smells really good. I thought it was like lemon candy at first, mixed with a little bit of spa. I feel great. Are you motivated? It actually smells really good, doesn't it?
I'm motivated to try it. Hand it over. I want to try it.
It's like lemon and like, it smells really good. So anyway, yeah, it is a, John's, I think his mood's boosted right now just looking at it. And then the other item that I got is a nail polish from Trust Fund Beauty. I've used a few of their polishes before, and this one that I got is in the shade No Filter, which is a really pretty, like, muted, dusty pink kind of color. Trust Fund Beauty is 100% vegan and cruelty-free, which is awesome. So that wraps up today's tutorial. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching.